With just 6 days to go to the MLB trade deadline, we got another bombshell report about another potential package that the Phillies could be interested in, specifically that player on your screen right now. We're going to get into all of that today on the newest episode of Phillies Digest here. Welcome back. My name is Luke Arcaini, and once again, we are just 6 days away from the MLB trade deadline. But hit the ground running right off the top. We got a big report. Another one regarding Stephen Kwan from John Heyman, that the Phillies and Padres are among teams that have expressed interest in Guardians outfielder Stephen Kwan. Obviously, the Phillies are interested in this type of production. But, what I think this could possibly lead to is the potential of the Stephen Kwan Emmanuel Clase package that truly just makes a lot of sense for the Phillies. This is from Jeff Passan, I believe about a week back. He said, as long as the Phillies are aiming high, and nobody aims high quite like Dave Dombrowski, maybe perhaps they could take a run at landing both Clase and Stephen Kwan from Cleveland. And this is a move to me that I'm personally all in on. All in on this move. It just makes too much sense. The Phillies need a bat and a really good reliever. Emmanuel Clase is a really good reliever, and Stephen Kwan is a good hitter, a Gold Glove outfielder, and a fantastic young baseball player. Yes, the only thing that I've said on here for a while is that I think the Phillies need a right-handed power threat behind Bryce Harper, and I still think they need that. I still think they could find that even if they get Kwan. No matter what the position is, I think they can make that work still. But if it came down to it and it was either Kwan and Clase or some random other package, and this isn't some crazy, package we'd have to send back. Granted, it's going to be pretty big, but if it's not like out of this world huge, it makes a lot of sense to do it. So Emmanuel Clase has 1 year left under contract and then a club option in 2027 and 2028. Stephen Kwan has 2 years more of control, so you're not paying for rentals here. Neither of these guys are going to be here for 2 months of the season, the playoffs, and then have to re-sign them again. These guys are under contract. Emmanuel Clase is on a good contract. Stephen Kwan still hasn't signed some huge contract yet. These aren't crazy expensive players. Yes, they're going to cost something at the trade deadline, possibly a Justin Crawford, possibly an Aiden Miller, possibly an Eduardo Tait, right? Arun Escobar, Gene Cabrera, a good mix of those guys. Mick Abel could probably be in there as well. But this is a package that the Phillies have to continue to check in on because Stephen Kwan in this lineup would just be awesome. I love his game. 375 at-bats this year, 47 runs, 108 hits already, 8 homers. He actually hit 2 home runs yesterday. Big shout out to Stephen Kwan. Multi-homer game for the first time in his career on Thursday. But 35 RBIs, 11 stolen bases. He's hitting 288 with a 352 on-base percentage and a 763 OPS. Yes, he's not some big threat power hitter, but being able to run out Stephen Kwan, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber as your 4 would just be insane. I mean, that is an absolutely insane top 4. Stephen Kwan's going to get on base. Having a guy that's not as fast as Trey, but can run the bases pretty well in front of Trey not hitting leadoff, or if they wanted to hit Kwan too, I still think they would probably go Kwan, Turner, Harper, Schwarber. But having those 4 in the top of your lineup would just be sick. Granted, then you have Castellanos, but that slides Castellanos or Bohm back into the 5, and not necessarily having Nick Castellanos hit cleanup. Castellanos prefers to hit 5th. He's hit better in the 5 hole this year. But obviously the second part of this deal would be Emmanuel Clase, a guy that is an absolute weapon of a reliever. He's only 27 years old. Once again, he's under contract for technically 1 more year, but then has a club option in 2027 and 2028. He has 152 ERA plus this year. He's only walking 2 batters per 9 innings. He has a 2.24 FIP, a 1.196 WHIP with a 2.74 ERA. 47 strikeouts. He's allowed 1 home run this year. In 46 games. 47 strikeouts, 46 games, 46 innings pitched. Just 27 years old. This guy's a unit. This is a fantastic reliever. Yeah, he might not be having, as dominant of seasons that he's had in the past, but putting Emmanuel Clase in this bullpen instantly makes him the best reliever in the pen. I mean, he has a 2.74 ERA this season, which took his career ERA down to 1.81 in 364 games, 358 innings, 349 strikeouts in that time. He has a career 0.93 whip. I mean, this guy into the Phillies bullpen would be everything they need. They need another shutdown arm from the right side, right? They have Ryan Kerkering, but after that, Jordan Romano hasn't worked out. Max Lazar, while he showed some stones recently, I don't want Max Lazar being our second right-handed option in October, right? Like, Emmanuel Clase in this bullpen, 1, would instantly be your closer. 2, would slide Kerkering to the 8th or the 7th inning. Then you'd have almost Matt Strahm be available sometimes in the 6th, right? The depth would just continue to get better. And yes, one of these Phillies starters is probably going there. And yes, they're adding David Robertson on August 5th. David Robertson ideally takes down a 5th, 6th, or 7th inning for you in the playoffs, right? If you're able to go Robertson, Strahm, Kerkering, Clase in the last 4 innings of a playoff game, that's pretty darn good. And then you have Tanner Banks there if you need one out from a lefty. And, if you feel comfortable in the game and Romano feels good at the time, but this move makes too much sense. This is probably the most sensible package, I think, so far that the Phillies have been rumored in. Yes, I think Byron Buxton and Johan Duran would be even better, but Byron Buxton is just doing this whole I'm never leaving Minnesota thing because he has the no trade clause. So I guess he never wants to win if he wants to stay in Minnesota. I mean, I'm not saying the Phillies have won, but he's not winning anything out in Minnesota. It's a weird situation. Listen, whatever. If you want to praise him for being loyal to his team, that's fine. But I think eventually you have to realize that if you're not going to win, you should try and go win. And it's almost like a little Mike Trout situation, but whatever. So it seems like that package is off the table. But once again, this is the one that just makes too much sense to me. I think it makes a lot of sense. Once again, the Phillies and Padres are among teams that have expressed interest in Steven Kwan. And this was from Jeff Passan one more time a few weeks ago. As long as the Phillies are aiming high, and the old quote, and nobody aims high quite like Dave Dombrowski, maybe they could take a run at landing both Clase and Steven Kwan from Cleveland. I'm in on this. This is the package I think needs to be done. Granted, in a perfect world, I think they get Kwan. I think they get Clase. I think they get one more bat as well. Like, if they get Kwan, I still think they need a right-handed bat. But being able to throw Kwan out in left field right now would just be night and day for this baseball team, and I think it would really help them for a proven good October hitter. He has an 850 career OPS in the playoffs, and he's just he's an unbelievable fielder. He's nearly I think he might have a platinum glove already out there. Unbelievable fielder. But that is the latest rumor. We are 6 days away from the trade deadline. I'm going to be covering it all here on Phillies Digest. If you've made it this far, we saw a few comments the other day about a potential live show the day of the trade deadline. If you are interested, let us know down in the comments. Myself and Sean Bernard are very down. We were thinking maybe 2 hours to 90 minutes before the trade deadline ends, we will go live, talk all about everything that's going on throughout the league. If you guys are interested in that, let us know down in the comments of this video. This has been the newest episode of Phillies Digest. Once again, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. We are humming here over a video a day. We love you guys. Everything's going hopefully great for the Phillies in a few days. But once again, newest episode of Phillies Digest. My name is Luke Arcaini, and I will see you guys tomorrow.